you that never liked her, and I've been telling her for the past 2-3 weeks that the guy doesn't like her, and she keeps desperately chasing after him. This is the same person. And I actually seen like actual evidence, messages that she sent me herself of her chasing after this man. Like he's essentially telling her to get away, and she just keeps contacting him. Like, you know how normally it's the other way around, and it's a nigga harassing a girl, and the girl's like, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. This is literally flipped. She's the one that's actually out here harassing him now. Now, and as I can see, she's out here using text now numbers to text him. Every time he blocks her. In 2025, a nigga is blocking you, and you're still trying to reach out to him. So we already know the dynamic of that situation. Go ahead and continue. And I just wanted to give y'all some background. Go ahead.
Okay. All that aside, okay, let's keep it moving. So he was like, okay, I have to protect my peace because I'm 10 days away from finals. And he said, this is what he said. I don't want to expose myself to any interactions that will worsen my mental health. Happy Easter. Okay, he knows his worth. Okay, so like I wasn't trying to be mean to him. And it wasn't, see, I feel like you're misremembering the story. Like, no, it was not that. Like, obviously I can't sit there and say how
do you mute yourself real quick. Do you know how diabolical and disliked you have to be for a man, a Q dog at that, to say that blocking you is what he has to do to protect his peace during any time of importance? Do you know how annoying? Think about it. I want y'all to sit back and think about it. How annoying you have to be for a nigga to be able to say that out his mouth. I'm blocking you for my peace. Niggas don't even like peace. Huh? And I've been telling her for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like every time I talk to her, it goes through one ear and goes right through the other one. Because she's still harassing this nigga. Good God. At what point, bro, you can't bro, and I know some of y'all remember. Go ahead.
Okay. When he said that, I said, okay, well, obviously not going to talk to him. So I recently saw my ex somewhere. So we like went out and I was telling him, and my ex, he went to the same law school. He went to the same school. So, and he's a few years older than us. So he's very similar. My ex is a Kappa. So like he knows, like he's like a very similar type of person. So I just told him about this situation and he was like, yeah, you were wrong. And like, he told me the thing that I did wrong, that was the most wrong, was when I called the other person I was dating while I was at his apartment, which, you know, that was fucked up. So moving on, he ended up texting me recently.
No crying. She is with the 1911, but something about law school. Yeah, she looks like she got a little type. 1911 in the law school. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. Yeah, most of the people I've dated are lawyers. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because I work in politics. So regardless, he texted me. I guess he unblocked me again. Like, this is the thing, y'all. He keeps unblocking and blocking me. It's not just me chasing him. He's constantly unblocking and blocking me. He called me. I'm like, okay, I was in class, so I didn't answer. He texted me.
But you're not. You're also not. You're taking away from the fact that you're sitting there waiting to get picked by somebody that will never pick you. So it's like though you're saying he is unblocking you, I mean, it's easy for somebody to do that when you realize you have no backbone, to realize that you're not the one that he really wants and you can't move on. So it's easier for him to do that. Think about how ego boosting it could be, just as a guy, 2025, when you're the one that's able to block her. You're the one that's able to get rid of her whenever you feel like it. Think about it. You're the one that's able to, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's ego boost, though it is it's also ego boosting at the same time. So it's like, you don't see where you're at, ideally in that situation?
Okay, I feel like I do, but once again, like, I feel like I really liked him. But let me just tell you what he said. He said, hey, I just wanted to apologize for how I've been acting. I haven't been holding a grudge against you or anything. Maybe we can reconnect after finals. I just needed to make sure I was focused. So I haven't said anything back to him because and then he told me his finals are done on the 6th. So, and I looked at his academic calendar. This is true. Because I know somebody else in law school. Like, that's how I met him, through somebody else. So it's like, he, like, that's what he told me. I'm just wondering, like, so should I just not reply to him? Should I just not say anything back? I don't know.
Yeah, something not right. I don't know. Like, it's like it doesn't matter what I say, you're not seeing it. I've been telling this lady this. I swear to God, I put this on everything I love. I've been telling her to leave this individual alone for weeks, and she can't get it. Something is just not. Something is going wrong. I don't understand where am I going wrong? Am I going wrong? Am I? Are you not? Are you hearing me?
No, I'm definitely.
What part of leave this person alone aren't you just getting, bro?
No, somebody in the comments said I don't want to. No, I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. I get you're saying leave him alone, but I'm just wondering, like, if he was being truthful. He just said he had to focus on school, which I understand.
I swear to God, school is the least of your worries. I swear to God. I put on everything I love. Most of my mentors, they were in law school at a point in time. They had girlfriends. I swear to God, it's not. It has nothing to do with being busy. It has nothing to do with finals. You're just annoying. If I'm being honest, you're just there. Like, you're not, like, how do I tell you? It has nothing to do with there being final. He's just coming up with an excuse to get away from you. And he's been doing that for 2 to 3 weeks now. And also, 9 times out of 10, a nigga like that got a girlfriend already. Crazy enough. A 9 times out of 10, a nigga like that got a girlfriend already. So it's like, niggas can't really talk to you at certain times anyways.
Okay. No, don't. Okay.
So, please, just help yourself. All right, man?
Okay.
All right, man. Man, y'all think she's lying, but she's dead serious. She sent me messages. I seen her chasing him with my own eye. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even respond. What the fuck? Why is this shit? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. The fuck? My shit about to die. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Bro, she don't care, bro. She be watching the shit. She be watching the full lives, and she sees how other people be acting, and she wants to act just like them, so. I don't think she cares. It's good, JoJo. What's the word? What's the word, man? JoJo not here. What's the word, Ken?
Hello?
What's good?
Hello. So I am 22. I have this question. It's basically about a guy friend. We're both like sister, brother in Christ. We met during our time in tech school. I'm in the military. So yeah, we met during that time. It was a short period. It was a lot going on. But we just, connected and we just got to be friends. Like, nothing deeper than that. I just like having like friends. I don't want a relationship at the moment. So, there was a lot of weird things going on, like, saying, oh, I'm gonna marry you. You're like wifey material. And the thing why I'm asking is because he's coming to this base because like we got both overseas assignments. Yeah, we both got overseas assignments. So after his tour, he's coming to my base, and I just want to set those boundaries to make sure
So why
it's not
it's that your boundaries aren't being respected already, Ken. But my thing is, why are you mentioning why are you even putting the Lord's name anywhere near him? My brother in Christ, when this nigga is already trying to pursue you in another way. I don't get it. Do y'all not realize that, especially when it comes to like these types of, you want somebody that's gonna lead the situation, ideally. That's gonna, if you know what I'm saying, like, especially as the guy, like you can't want one thing and the guy wants another. Obviously that person doesn't respect you for real. So now it's like, obviously the person doesn't respect your risks. Now they're coming over to your face to disrespect your risks, and you're expecting to what? Uphold the boundary. If the boundary off rip wasn't you cutting the individual out after they crossed the line the first time, why would they respect the boundary in person? Because I know that's what you're gonna ask.
But okay, listen. Why I said that is because he's just now finding God. Like, before then, he was like all in the world. When he was saying all that stuff, he was like all in the world. And so we like just started connecting with each other and finding God and stuff like that. but I've been like trying to set that boundary slowly because back then I didn't have those boundaries because I was
Real quick. Who found God first? You or him?
me.
Of course. Of course.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So predictable. So predictable. Of course he found God first. I know he wouldn't. Of course she was the one that found him first. So now what does that tell the lie, Alfred? Is this man really interested in finding God at this point in time, given what we know? Go ahead and continue.
Okay, but the thing is, like, we gotta take people's walk. Like, he's moving up slowly because he's younger than me. So you gotta take people's walk, like, a little bit, like, you know, careful and things like that. But I'm just trying to, like, learn, like, how to set boundaries with them because, like,
If you have to learn how to set boundaries with somebody, they don't give a fuck about your boundary, Ken. How do I tell you? Ken and Big 20, y'all are damn near the same age. Wait, how old is he?
I'm 21.
How old is, you're 22, he's what?
21.
If you have, well, of course he's not going to respect. What? You think a 21-year-old, yo, Ken, don't piss me off on the spot.
I mean, we're just one year.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Ken, I'm gonna just say this right now. Do you want to fast forward or do you want to take this the hard way?
Okay, I want to fast forward.
So you want to fast forward the situation?
Yeah, like
Ken, you wouldn't have to be especially when it comes to somebody that is that young, 21, right? Y'all are both young. You shouldn't have to teach them, or you shouldn't have to, wonder how you can set a boundary. This is something that ideally comes naturally when the respect is already there. But because the respect isn't there and you want the respect to be there so bad and validation matters so much, now you're trying to figure out how to do it. How do I set this? How do I let him know this? How do I show him that? But if he gave a fuck, would you be asking me?
No. Okay. So the thing is, like, he's coming here and, like, we've been talking on the phone. I've been, like, so excited, being like, oh, like, you're coming over here. Let me help you get your dorm ready and everything like that. I've just been, like, trying to be a friend. But I just want to make sure when he gets over here, if he does start...
Hey, Ken, he gonna help you get that dorm ready, all right? Hey, Ken, he gonna help you, all right? He's gonna be a wonderful help to you in that dorm. Okay?
No.
Oh, no, I'm just like, he's gonna help you. Don't worry about it at all, Ken. You will have an extra pair of hands.
Okay, listen. Like, because I always do this with half of all of my friends. Like, I get away from them and I learn, like, I start thinking, like, oh, they did this to me and, this wasn't respectful. But I start processing this stuff and then eventually, like, 2 months later, I cut them off. And I don't want to be like that anymore because I feel like they're being blindsided by what I do. I want to be like, hey, like, this is
y'all be too worried about protecting other people and not worried enough about protecting yourself, and that's your problem. That's how people get hurt. You be too concerned about how people feel about you protecting yourself instead of actually just protecting yourself. And that's where you always go. And not just you, Ken, a lot of us. Me, a lot of people. We're so concerned about being great people and nice people to motherfuckers that don't even consider us to begin with. And then when we get fucked up, we ask questions.
Okay, so what do I do?
Create the actual boundary and not speak to somebody who's already been disrespecting it. If you've already tried to create the boundary on numerous occasions, right? The person isn't respected to the point where you have to ask me how you could do it. Then the only boundary that could happen is never speaking to him. That's it and that's that. But I mean, it doesn't sound like you're ready to do that, so you might have to learn the hard way, unfortunately.
No. I'm ready.
Well, do what you got to do if you're ready. You don't got to ask me. Just stand up for yourself, yeah?
But listen. One more thing. Okay, so it was kind of like before this had happened. Like I didn't really tell him like, hey, I'm not trying to be in a relationship, but like I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want a relationship. Because I just wanted to be friends. But you know, I felt like I was kind of leading people on, like, and leading him on and playing, like, you know. I don't know. Like, I just felt, wait, just let me tell you this one thing. I thought like that was so like disrespectful. It's because like we were sitting down and one of his girlfriends were like, are you listening? Please. Okay. One of his girlfriends were like, why are you so shy? Like, you need to open up more. She was like, I bet if you lose your V card, you'll open up more. And he was like, yeah, and laughing and things. And I looked at that. I was like, that's so disrespectful.
Every time it comes to the end of my life, it always gets a little iffy. Every time the end of my life is coming around, it gets real iffy, bro. What's good? What's the word, man? She's not even here. Oh, there's nobody else. Oh, now I got one more. Hold on. What's good, man? What's the word? Oh, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. I can hear you now. What's the word?
Okay, so I have a situation where I met this guy that I have been talking to from Instagram, and okay, I'm 25 by the way, and we went on a first and second date. And during the second date, he was very like touchy, like we kissed, and then he was going into like a really deep French kiss, and then he was like, do I want to go home with him? And I'm like, no, that I don't think I've gotten there yet. So he was like, okay. And right there and then after the date, we had a really good date. This all happened in the car when he was taking me back home, right? So when I said no, he was like, okay, so he's going to plan another third date. It's going to be a picnic in the next 2 weeks. But the thing now is, from the second date to now, he doesn't communicate so consistently.
Well. That's also because he didn't get what he wanted right away within that time frame. So it's like, remember how I told y'all that there's just so many different people going for so many different things. When you happen to have a standard, right? When you happen to have some type of decorum to you, this type of situation will happen right here, right? What will happen is you'll come across people who didn't expect that of you, and when you show them, it's like they won't get rid of you right away, but at the same time, they're gonna turn their attention to who's ready to give it up nice and quickly. Yeah, y'all kind of see what I'm saying? Kind of like a lot of them dating app issues. You're not going. Okay. Go ahead.
Told him, we spoke like 2 days ago, and I told him that I do feel uncomfortable how fast you were trying to move on the second date. And he was like, oh, that he understands what I'm saying, and he felt that way too, that this is the situation now. Let's take it really slow at my pace that I'm comfortable with, and make sure that we don't have any situation where we're getting intimate before he finalizes what he actually wants us to do per relationship wise.
He went on ChatGPT and he gave you that answer. That's a ChatGPT answer, honey.
Okay. Okay, that's all. So I guess should I go on the third date or I should not?
Well, it depends. Are you dating intentionally? Are you dating like, to find people who are like-minded at least, or who can relate to you when it pertains to your journey?
Dating intentionally.
So you want to date people who kind of understand you on that level of rip. That's it and that's all. So you know what to do. All right.
Okay.
That chat GPT ass answer. And then on top of it, the nigga said that he not even talking to her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these types of situations are very obvious. Like, that's why you always have to pay attention to how do these situations start. Always pay attention to that. Because it will tell you everything you need to know. And it's crazy. It's her intuition that's basically telling her not to go to that shit. That's why she came on here. You know what I'm saying? That's it and that's all. Her intuition was telling her something not right. Let me go get another, you know what I'm saying, a little third person real quick. Because that's just not adding up. So she got to follow that. Now, I'm available to give one more, though. Now, I got one more in me, though, if y'all need that. For sure, if I slide. What's good, man? What's the word?
Hi, Kayb.
Hi, Kayb.
What's going on?
How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. What's the word, man?
Okay, so not too long ago, I met this guy, and we hit it off. We started talking.
You said a long time ago. How long are we talking?
I guess less than 30 days. So end of March.
That's not a long time.
Okay. It's not. Anyway, so I've been single for a year. And then I was like, oh, I'm on vacation. And so I started talking to him. We met at his job. And then basically, he was sussing me out for the first 2 days. And then finally we went on this whole entire date. We spent 5 hours talking. And then after that, whatever happened. Next day.
What do you mean whatever happened? What do you mean? What happened on the first date?
What's not supposed to happen? So after that, the following day, he's over here sending me voice notes and reporting to me good morning, I'm going to the gym. I'm like, okay. Then he's like, hey, I'm at the gym, I'm going home. I'm like, okay. Then he's like, hey, I'm home, I'm going to work, right? And I'm like,
Mute yourself real quick, baby.
Give me one second.
Sometimes as a nigga, you just can't believe you got it so quick. Sometimes you look at her and you say, she's attractive. She looks like she got it together. She sounds like she got it together. And you get it quick. Nigga, you gonna wake up the next day reporting too. I just woke up. I just went to go get something to eat. Nah, sometimes it be the shock though. Bro, I'm not lying to y'all. When I say that. Take it from me. Sometimes it be the initial shock of you even getting there that quickly. You're not even expecting that shit at all. Go ahead,
So I wasn't even expecting it because this is my first time ever doing this. I'm 27, so that's my first time.
It happens, Jayla, whatever. I'm not getting at you. It happens, but I'm just putting a little perspective.
Right. So I'm just this is a lot. Then I was supposed to leave because I was gonna go back home. It's 2 hours away, and I made this man food as my going away gift. I was like, hey, I'm gonna make you some food because we were talking casually, and he was telling me that he likes vegan food and he hasn't tried quinoa. So I'm like, oh, let me buy some quinoa and make him some food. So I made him food and he came to get it after work. And then after that, he was like, oh, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. He was texting me, whatever. I ended up going back a week and a half later because partly, yes, I was motivated by him. But the other part was that I was already supposed to be going over there. And so we're talking and I'm like, I was never expecting this to be a relationship, right? Because it's not serious at all. So then he starts oh, I want to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, let me give him a chance, I guess, because he's younger than me. That's the other thing. I never date younger, but I'm I'm tired of dating older men who have this ego complex of oh, I'm older, I'm going to try to manipulate you. And he wasn't trying to he wasn't saying anything. That's the other part. He wasn't future faking or love bombing me. He was kind of showing up and vibing. So I'm okay. So anyway, he comes back. We hang out. He's over here making me breakfast. And I'm just wow, he must like me. Because why are you making me breakfast? And I sit down and I have a conversation with him. I'm yeah, I don't think this is going to be a serious thing.
Hey, how much younger are we talking to? How old is he?
He's 25 and I'm 27. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's like,
obviously he's
immature because he's younger.
But
an
you kind of
extent.
a part of you like that because you were so used to experiencing them guys that had the ego complex, that they knew it all, the older guys.
Right.
So it's like you wanted something just a little bit new, huh?
Yeah.
Something that you could just try, like you could have your way on this one, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
He's mature to an extent. So then basically after that, what happened? Oh, so I was pretty much like, I was trying to cut it off because I'm just kind of like, I don't see this going anywhere long term unless you're going to be like serious, which it doesn't seem like 2.5, 3 weeks is enough time for us to like develop something serious. And then he comes back and he's just like, well, like, I understand, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when he made me breakfast and all this stuff. And then I didn't talk to him for like 5 days after that because he was like, oh, this is moving really fast. Like, we need space. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you're working all weekend, blah, 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 blah. So
Wait, he said that? He said that?
Yeah, because he was
I feel like
moving
really fast.
And I'm just like,
like,
but you're the one that's
initiating.
He was sending me
selfies from work.
You went from getting controlled by the checked by the young bulls. You went from getting controlled and egoed by the old heads to getting checked by the young bulls.
Well, I kind of felt like because, like I said, he was reporting to me and sending me selfies from work, and I'm like, I'm not your girl, like
I'm not
why
your
are you
girl.
Yeah, but you were going along with it. Not only that,
yourself?
you were not only going along with it, but you was making him food too. So it's like one of them things where, like, yeah, you could say he was going fast, so on and so forth, but even when he was, you were going along with it instead of having your standard and slowing it down. You get what I'm saying? Like, so he checked you before.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I sat down.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I sat down. I sat down.
And I was like, what do you want? Like, obviously, we don't know each other, but like moving with intention. Like, why are you sending me selfies from work and then posting thirst traps on your story at the same time? Like, I was like, I'm like too, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a player, but like, don't be sending me selfies from work and reporting to me like I'm your girl and
then doing.
Like, no one asked you to do
no one asked you to do this.
So he would post the selfies on his story and then send it to you too?
It was different.
So you felt like that was his way of being serious, at least?
No.
Or do you think that was his way of getting some validation from you too?
I feel like
he was
being on serious, like he was playing both sides, and that's why I sat him down and I'm like,
I don't even think he was playing the other side. I think he was just doing well, it's funny because there's a lot of women in this live right now that will tell you that's a pet peeve. Even guys, like when you're sending what you're posting on the internet to me, like a lot of people will say that's a pet peeve, but you saw it the other way around. Like you saw it as him potentially being serious.
No. He was sending me selfies from work, but then he was posting like videos of himself doing other shit on his story, like thirst trapping. But it was like different content. It wasn't the same. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
So
at that point, where is it at now?
I was just like, I don't really want to talk to you anymore. But I wasn't like feelings. So anyway. After that, so basically I went like days without talking to him. And then Monday comes, and then he's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm busy. And then after that, what happened? Oh, so he was being petty for some reason. And I just wasn't entertaining it. Like, I went to the gym. I filmed like this whole gym routine video, and he got mad, I guess. And I'm just like, okay.
Are we still talking about somebody that went 5 days without talking to you? No problem.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of I didn't hit him up. He was the last person to hit me up.
Zabel, I need you to come to me about somebody that's actually pursuing you. Come on, like, I need you. Like, come to me, like, if we're dating, because you're dating intentionally, right, Zabel?
Yes.
Come to me about.
This was like once in a lifetime.
Okay, but I want you to come to me, Zabel, when you're actually dating intentionally. You're dating somebody who wants to date you intentionally instead of you fucking around and just going along with anything. So that I can actually give you constructive advice.
I mean,
I guess it's like after that, right? I was just like, well, I don't really want to continue to communicate with you. And then he texted me back right away, obviously, and he's like, what do you mean, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, well, I already told you I don't like this behavior. Like, I don't care how long it's been. And I told you I didn't want anything serious, yet you're over here pursuing me. Like, you could have just been like, hey, I want something casual. But no, you come over and you make me eat breakfast. And him being the immature person that he is, because I already know, I'm like, I know younger dudes, like, they can be mature.
Just so you know, you're no different from him at all when it comes to maturity. Just so you know.
I guess
You're not.
immature.
No. Not when it comes to, like, I'm looking at what you're saying and what he's doing and how you're going about what he's doing. You're not mature either, actually. Like, if you were, you wouldn't even entertain this at all. Like, you're very much just so on his timing.
I mean, I didn't really entertain it because I didn't talk to him on purpose. I'm the one that didn't follow up in 5 days, and he got mad at me.
And you continue to prove my point.
Because I just
Even within that response, you just proved my point.
No, it's because that you want space. I'm gonna give it to you, right? Is that not what you're supposed to do? Am I supposed to like double down and text him?
Zabel, do you see how you're also immature?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So why do you keep emphasizing that this guy is younger and immature when you're just as... I don't get... Why is that like the emphasis, though? That's what I want to know. When you're literally on his type time.
I mean... I guess the whole situation immature. I was entertaining. But again, it was for fun. It wasn't for him to try to pursue. Which is why I told him I want a serious relationship.
You know what's fucked up? Meet yourself real quick, Zabel. Y'all know what's really fucked up about this whole situation? She's actually convincing herself of these things as time goes on. That's literally not what she's there for real. But once she realized that he wasn't taking her seriously, it's an ego thing. It's kind of like she has to convince herself that she knows what's going on and that she's going along with it, instead of having the confidence and the backbone and the standard to recognize that somebody isn't taking you seriously and just walking away. So now she has to start bringing age into it. Now she has to bring everything else into it instead of just seeing it for what it is, realizing it's only been like 30 days. This person isn't for me. Let me walk away. But it's ego, and her ego is working against her, if y'all see what's going on. So, Zabel, if you want to take yourself seriously, you know what to do, bro. I
already did.
Literally, like 2.5 weeks in. But I guess now I'm just like, I don't know. I feel bad to an extent.
You need to feel bad for yourself, Zabel. For even being in that situation and trying to make it sound like what it is. It's just like, feel bad for you at this point.
So you're saying not to do things for the plot ever?
Zabel, you're 27. What? Yo, lock in. Nah, Zabel. Lock in, man. The fuck? What the fuck? I can understand if an 18-year-old was asking me that question, bro. But for the plot in 2025 at 27, good God. Y'all still want to do for the plot with people in general? It's so much more money. It's so much life and adventure out here, and you want to do for the plot some money. How about y'all start a business for the plot and see where that shit goes? All right, this is my last message before I get off, huh? How about we for the plot some books? Right, we read some books and for the plot that, because at least that shit will give us something in 2 or 3 years. Y'all be for the plot and niggas and enjoy, but it's like, then what? For the plot some money, man. For real, bro. An extra business or something. Just start it to see where it goes. That's how you do shit for the plot. All the other shit, bro, it's just making you look crazy. You feel me? Build your career for the plot, man. Yeah, man, we gotta lock it in. We gotta lock in real quick, man. Come on. Y'all not tired of people at this point? Hey, Sunflower. I mean, niggas is like that too, if not worse. If not worse. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, if y'all like to blame and say niggas is this, niggas is that, why the hell would you want to stoop down to the level of niggas that y'all are talking about? That's kind of what I don't get. A lot of y'all say men this, men that, men this, men that, but then you do shit just like them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Not even to try to get away from it. You're joining. I don't get it, man. I'll never fully like what if I feel like man this, that, and the third. I'd want to. Anyways, I'll be a little bit more strict. You feel me? Like as to who's in front of me. But that's just how I see it, man. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna get on tomorrow. Hopefully, it's actually working tomorrow. I don't know why my thing was echoing all night. All right, Star. I'm gonna look at it. But yeah, man. Hey, if anybody needs a private one-on-one, the link for that is in my bio. My clothing brand is coming out real soon, man. By the end of May. So y'all be ready for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna drop later. But follow me on here as well so you get my post notifications and follow me on Instagram at PrettyBoyKayb. I'm gonna get up with y'all tomorrow.